You know those people who just have this quiet, powerful influence? They're not the loudest ones, not at all, but there's something about them, this invisible pull. Well, today we're going to break down exactly what that is and how it actually works. It really all starts with this simple idea. Some people just don't chase things. They're not chasing attention, they're not chasing validation, or trying to force a connection. In fact, it kind of looks like they're not trying at all. And here's the crazy part, right? Even though they're not chasing, they are the ones people seem to flock to. There's this natural curiosity, this, desire to just be in their space. And look, this isn't about having the craziest stories or the wittiest comebacks. Actually, the fact that they're not trying so hard to impress you is what makes it so interesting. It makes you wonder, what's going on there? Because that pull, it just feels different, deeper. Well, this whole thing actually has a name, emotional gravity. And it's not a performance, it's not some trick you learn. It's this attractive force that comes from a deep internal sense of stability and calm. It's about who you are, not what you're trying to project to the world. Okay, so it's absolutely crucial to understand that this is not the same as charisma. We get these two mixed up all the time. We think being influential means you have to be loud, but they are totally different energies. This chart just lays it all out, doesn't it? On one side, you have the attention-seeking stuff. It's loud, it's a performance, it's all about pushing energy out. But on the other side, you've got emotional gravity. It's quiet, it's stable, it comes from a place of inner clarity. One pushes people, the other just pulls them in. So that begs a really good question. If it's not about being the most exciting, high-energy person in the room, then why is a calm presence so magnetic? I mean, what's actually happening in our brains? Honestly, the answer is pretty simple. Just think about our world. It is full of noise, anxiety, and just emotional chaos. Most of us are living in that state. So when someone shows up with a genuine sense of calm, it feels like a breath of fresh air. It's a refuge. Being around them can literally soothe our own nervous system, and that feeling is incredibly rare and incredibly attractive. All right, let's get into the core of how to build this gravity, and I'll tell you right now, it feels completely backward. It's all about learning to let go. Here's the key takeaway. Trying too hard just doesn't work. It's repellent. Think about it. The second you feel like someone is trying to get your approval, you feel this subtle pressure, right? And what do we do with pressure? We back away. Real gravity only shows up when you release that need for a certain reaction. See, the pull isn't some external strategy. It's an internal state. It's about being so grounded and so complete within yourself that you're not looking for someone else to fill a void for you. And that inner fullness isn't some vague, abstract idea. It's built on real, concrete things. Your routines, your habits, having a sense of purpose, and just plain old self-respect. When your own life feels full, you stop projecting that needy vibe. And that lack of neediness is what becomes so magnetic. So, okay, we get the internal state, but how does this actually translate into what you do and say? How does that inner calm actually look and sound to other people? This right here might just be the most powerful source of gravity there is. Think about it. Most of us, when we're listening, are really just waiting for our turn to talk. But to truly listen, with no agenda, not trying to fix or one-up them, is so rare. It makes the other person feel deeply seen and respected, and they will connect that powerful feeling with you. And then, when you finally do speak, your words have so much more weight. This isn't about being silent, it's about being intentional. When you speak calmly, when you're comfortable with a little bit of silence, when you don't feel the need to over-explain yourself, all of that signals a deep confidence that doesn't need to prove a thing. And finally, you have to be consistent. This is so important. If you're warm one day and cold the next, it just makes people feel uneasy. Gravity is built on emotional stability. People trust what feels steady. It's that reliability that builds a foundation of trust over time, not intense bursts of charm. So let's pull all this together and talk about why this quiet approach has so much staying power in the long run, way more than charisma ever could. This timeline really shows you how it all unfolds. Emotional gravity is not an overnight hack. It's a slow burn. It's built through repeated, calm, steady interactions. And over time, that consistency builds a sense of familiarity, which then deepens into real trust and eventually creates a genuine, lasting connection. Just think about it for a second. The things we usually chase are the first things to disappear. All that attention, it's fleeting. And hype?
Well, hype always needs more fuel to keep the fire going. It just burns out.
And any performance, I don't care how good it is ultimately exhausting. Nobody can keep a mask on forever. But a calm, stable presence, that's not a performance. That's just an authentic way of being. And because it's real, it lasts. People will always come back to what feels safe, what feels steady, and what feels genuine. So I'll leave you with this question to think about. In what part of your life could you apply this? Where can you stop pushing so hard, stop performing, and just allow your own grounded presence to do the heavy lifting? The answer might really surprise you.